You wake up and you don't want to do anything. The gym feels impossible. Your goals feel distant. Even things you used to enjoy feel flat and pointless. You tell yourself you're lazy. You tell yourself you just need more sleep, more motivation, a better mindset. But here's the truth. You're not lazy. Your brain is broken, and you broke it yourself. Every time you scrolled for an hour instead of working. Every time you binged a show instead of training. Every time you chose the easy hit over the hard thing. You were slowly destroying your ability to feel motivated by anything real. This isn't a mindset problem. This is a chemistry problem. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your brain and the one practice that resets it completely. Stay until the end. What I'm about to explain will change how you see every habit in your life. Smash like, subscribe for more Sigma mindset content, and let's get into it. Let's talk about dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical your brain releases when it anticipates or receives a reward. It's not just the pleasure chemical, it's the motivation chemical. Dopamine is what makes you get up and go after something. It's what makes effort feel worth it. It's what creates drive, hunger, and ambition. And here's the critical thing most people don't know. Your brain operates on a dopamine baseline. Think of it like a volume dial. When your baseline is healthy, normal, everyday things feel rewarding. A good workout, a productive work session, a real conversation, progress on a goal. But when your baseline drops, nothing feels worth the effort. Everything feels gray. You need bigger and bigger stimulation just to feel anything at all. That low baseline state, that's what you call no motivation. And the reason most men are living there permanently is because of what they're doing to their dopamine system every single day. Here's what's happening. Every high-stimulation activity you engage in, social media, porn, video games, junk food, endless entertainment, floods your brain with dopamine. Far more than your brain was designed to handle. And your brain, being the adaptive machine that it is, responds by doing one thing. It reduces the number of dopamine receptors. It literally makes itself less sensitive to dopamine to compensate for the overload. This is called downregulation, and it's the source of everything. After weeks and months of high-stimulation inputs, your brain now needs those massive spikes just to feel normal. And when you try to do something real, something that produces a small, natural dopamine reward, like working on a skill or going for a run, your brain barely registers it. It feels boring. It feels pointless. It feels like it's not worth the effort. Not because it isn't, but because your reward system is so burnt out it can no longer feel the signal. You didn't lose your motivation. You numbed it spike by spike, day by day. So how do you fix it? Step 1, stop flooding the system. This is the dopamine detox. Not a perfect, monk-like, zero-stimulation existence. That's not realistic, and it's not the point. The point is to deliberately reduce the high-stimulation inputs that are keeping your baseline suppressed. For a set period, 24 hours, 48 hours, or even just one full day per week, you cut the spikes. No social media, no porn, no binge watching, no junk food, no video games. What do you do instead? Boring things. Walk, sit in silence, read a physical book, cook a meal, clean your space, write in a journal. Things that produce little to no dopamine spike. This feels deeply uncomfortable at first. Your brain will scream for stimulation. You'll feel restless, irritable, almost anxious. That discomfort is the withdrawal, and it means it's working. Because while you're sitting in that boredom, your brain is quietly doing something crucial. It's upregulating, rebuilding receptor sensitivity, restoring its ability to feel reward from normal things. Boredom is not the enemy of motivation. It is the factory where motivation is rebuilt. Step 2. Replace the spikes with real rewards. The detox creates the space, but the space needs to be filled with something. And that something has to produce dopamine the hard way. Through effort, through progress, through discipline. Exercise, building a skill, working toward a goal, creating something. These activities produce dopamine too, but slowly, steadily, and sustainably. The difference is this. High stimulation, dopamine spikes and crashes. Effort-based dopamine builds and compounds. Every time you finish a hard workout, your brain releases dopamine. Every time you make progress on something difficult, your brain releases dopamine. Every time you resist the easy option and choose the hard one, your brain releases dopamine. Over time, weeks of this, your baseline rises. And when your baseline rises, everything changes. The gym stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a need. Work stops feeling draining and starts feeling purposeful. Life stops feeling gray and starts feeling like it has something worth moving toward. That is what motivation actually is. Not a feeling you wait for. A chemical state you build through the right inputs consistently over time. Here's what all of this means at a deeper level. The modern world is engineered to keep your dopamine baseline low. Every app, every platform, every piece of content, including this one, is competing for your dopamine. The men who built these systems understand your brain better than you do. And they are using that understanding to keep you stimulated, dependent, and too drained to build anything real. The Sigma mindset, real self-mastery, starts with understanding this. You cannot think clearly, work hard, or build a meaningful life when your reward system is constantly hijacked by cheap stimulation. Protecting your dopamine baseline isn't just a productivity hack. It is an act of war against a system designed to keep you weak, distracted, and consuming. The man who controls his inputs controls his mind. The man who controls his mind controls his life. So here's the full picture why you have no motivation. 1. Dopamine is your motivation chemical, and you have a baseline that controls everything. 2. High stimulation inputs flood and downregulate your system over time. 3. A low baseline makes real life feel boring, flat, and not worth the effort. 4. A dopamine detox, intentional boredom, rebuilds receptor sensitivity. 5. Replacing spikes with effort-based rewards raises your baseline permanently. Here's your challenge this week. Pick one day, just one. No social media, no porn, no binge watching, no junk food. Sit in the discomfort, walk, think, be bored. It will feel like nothing is happening. But inside your brain, everything is resetting. Do it once, then do it again next week. Then start making the permanent swaps, less spike, more effort. In 30 days, you will not recognize your drive. Like this video if the science hit different. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll keep breaking down what's actually going on inside your mind. Motivation isn't something you find. It's something you rebuild. Starting with one boring day. I'll see you at the top.